What's going on, everybody? Solyaker here, and yeah, I got some update news for you. You remember this? You guys remember this incident? I'm not gonna beat you up with a bunch of videos, but just in case you've been living under a rock, I'm gonna play this first clip for you.
Sir, I don't keep your hands out of your pockets. Put the phone
I
down.
haven't done a crime. Don't talk to me like that.
Listen to me. I don't know you.
Listen,
you can put
I
that
don't
down.
know you. You're the one with the gun. Why
Get down on the ground now.
Now that was the introduction, and we all know the officer. She's been fired, but there was another problem that I had, and that was going to be the person that actually committed a crime, and he showed his firearm. And let's hear this guy lie real quick.
At what point in time did you pull up your shirt?
Somewhere in there. I mean, if I lift my shirt up, you could see it.
Okay.
But-
So did you want him to see that you were armed? Did you tell him you were armed?
I don't think so.
At what point in time did you pull up your shirt?
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm really not sure.
What was your intentions when you pulled up your shirt?
I really am not comfortable saying anymore. I'm so hazy in my memory that I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Everybody's been asking, why didn't this guy get arrested? And I was like, man, I don't know how this guy didn't get arrested. But, you know, a lot of times you don't hear about it, and this is going to be crazy, because here we are, I believe today, just so I get it right, today is September 27th, and we know that the officer was under investigation and going through almost like a 3-month investigation process because we couldn't get those records, and, you know, so through all that process, he actually did get arrested. Now the incident in question that all started this was on May 9th. On May 11th, the police asked him to come down to this police station, and they needed to book him for improper. I'll put it up on the screen. I think it was improper use of a firearm or something to that effect. But he had to turn himself in to, you know, basically just turn himself in. So he turns himself in on the 12th. He gets a notice to appear. 4 days later, he goes to his first appearance, which is on May 16th. Now, between May 16th and May 22nd, there's obviously some conversations going between his lawyer and the attorneys in Palm Beach County. And they're probably, I don't know, I'm hypothetically thinking here that they were talking about what can we do to kind of maybe let this be on his record or something to that effect. I'm sure they were working some kind of negotiations deal or whatever. On May 23rd, they came up with some pre-trial stipulations, and I'll put all this stuff is going to be up on the screen so you can see it. So he gets his pre-trial. He's got to do 10 hours community service. He's got to do 4 hours of anger management. He's got to pay $100 to the state, and he's got to go take a gun safety class. So he gets through all that, and he gets through that in 3 days. He takes the, you know, gun safety class. Gets his community service done. So I don't know if he paid it off or not. I'm just saying this is what he was given. But on that 26th, through the 3 days of giving those stipulations, he completes it, and he gets null proce. Yeah, I think it's proce. And basically that means they're not going to charge him with this crime. He basically did, you know, he wasn't really even on probation. They just came up with some stipulations that, hey, if you do these stipulations, and this is going to be good enough, and we're not going to charge you with the crime, which, you know, maybe he did learn something out of this. And that's what this is about. You know, there has to be some kind of accountability for it. You know, this guy, you know, he had this wife and this husband caused this man, the victim in this, a lot of, I'd be like, dude, I had a gun not pulled and not drawn, but I had a gun shown to me that made me leave my community pool. And then when I'm waiting for the police, I get another gun drawn on me, all because I didn't want to move for his wife when she could have just swam in the pool just like he was swimming in the pool. But she had to have it her way. But anyway, I will show you quickly on how I got all this information. It wasn't easy, but once I got a name, it wasn't that hard. And I'm going to show you real quick. It's really easy. All you do is go to whatever county that they were charged or may have had a court date in. Go to that county, type in their name, and it's going to give you a bunch of information. And from here, I'm basically going to just show you a clip of where to find all this information. So it's really not that hard. If you want to go look at all these documents that I went through and got, you're more than welcome. It's all public record. And yeah, so at least there was some accountability. I don't think he really needed to go to jail, but I definitely thought he needed to have something done so that he learned not to do what he did again. And especially going through a concealed weapons class. Glad justice has been served, and yeah, hopefully you learned something. But you know the deal. Don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button, all that good stuff. And I'm out of here. Soliaker. Deuces.